Have you ever stopped to think that almost all the most important decisions in your life were made without any real guarantee? Choosing a profession, trusting someone, moving to a new city, starting a relationship, following an intuition. In none of these moments were you absolutely certain. Even so, you decided. And this reveals something fundamental. What sustains a decision when there is no guarantee is not logic. It's faith. But we're not talking about religious faith. We are talking about a deep, silent, and invisible psychological force that acts before any proof. A force that allows human beings to move forward even when the path is not yet clear. The truth is that no one lives without faith. Even those who say they don't believe in anything wake up every day trusting that the world will continue to function, that their bodies will respond, that the ground will remain firm beneath their feet. This basic trust in the continuity of reality is already faith, only unconscious. The human mind likes the idea of control. It believes that guarantees come first and then the decision. But this is an illusion. Real life works the other way around. Guarantees almost never appear before action. They emerge later, when they emerge. When the mind demands total certainty to act, it becomes paralyzed. And it is at this point that excessive fear, chronic anxiety, and the feeling of being stuck in the face of one's own life arise. From a psychological point of view, faith functions as an internal pillar of emotional support. It doesn't eliminate fear, but it allows one to act despite it. It comes in exactly where reason reaches its limit. Logic organizes, calculates, analyzes. But there comes a point when there is no longer enough data. At that point, either you trust or you don't move forward. If you observe honestly, you will realize that all great transformations begin in the dark. No significant change is born on completely safe ground. Those who cross this point are not those who know the most, but those who trust the most. They don't trust the outcome, but their own ability to deal with whatever comes. That is mature psychological faith. It's not illusion, it's inner courage. Throughout history, many thinkers have touched on this point, even without using the word faith. Some spoke of trusting the process of life, others of an inner leap, others of acting without guarantees as a condition of human freedom. The common point is clear. Reason can show the map, but it is faith that allows one to take the first step. Without that initial step, nothing happens. There is an important difference between unconscious faith and conscious faith. Unconscious faith is automatic, inherited, never questioned. Conscious faith is a choice. You know there are no guarantees, you recognize the risks, and yet you decide to move forward. This faith is more powerful because it is born from lucidity, not naivete. It doesn't promise that everything will work out. It sustains the commitment to the path. Much of modern anxiety arises precisely from the attempt to live without faith. We want to control everything: results, opinions, possible futures. When the mind tries to replace faith with absolute control, it becomes exhausted. Psychological faith functions as an inner rest. It says, I don't know exactly what will happen, but I trust in my ability to get through it. All creation requires faith. Every project is born without a guarantee of success. Every authentic expression begins without external approval. If you wait for certainty to create, you never create. If you wait for validation to act, you never act. Faith here isn't about believing it will work out. It's about believing it's worth trying, regardless of the outcome. And this strength isn't just present in big decisions, it's in the small choices of everyday life. Getting out of bed when there's no motivation, keeping a commitment to yourself, continuing when no one is watching. These simple acts require a silent faith, the faith that your actions have meaning, even without immediate recognition. When a person loses this psychological faith, they don't just lose hope. They lose their bearings. Nothing seems worth the effort. Every decision seems too risky. Therefore, rebuilding faith isn't about believing in something external. It's about rebuilding inner confidence. In practice, strengthening this faith begins with observation. Observe how many decisions you postpone, waiting for guarantees that never come. Ask yourself if these guarantees really exist, or if they are just an attempt by the mind to avoid risk. Start practicing small decisions without complete certainty. Faith is strengthened by experience, not theory. Mature faith doesn't promise success. It sustains commitment to action. You commit to the process, not to control, to the journey, not the result. When this happens, fear ceases to be an enemy and becomes a sign of growth. Without faith, you live reacting to the world. With faith, you choose. You choose even without knowing everything. You choose even with fear. You choose even with risk. This conscious choice is what builds true inner freedom. In the end, faith is not blind belief, nor fantasy, nor religion. It is a fundamental psychological force that sustains decisions without guarantees. Without faith, there is no decision. Without decision, there is no movement. Without movement, there is no life. And if this content helped you see that faith is not believing without thinking, but acting even without guarantees, then subscribe to the channel now. Like this video to strengthen this type of reflection and help this content reach more people. Activate the bell to continue developing this awareness in your daily life and share it with someone who is paralyzed, waiting for certainty. Sometimes all that's missing is remembering that faith comes before security.